Folks, this video will be a bit different than you're used to. It won't be any fairy tale. It's more of a tutorial on how to build your base. And since I don't build cabins, it will be a bit of a learning experience for me, as you usually know whenever I had a cabin somewhere. So it was like I stole it from someone. Yes.
.arkansassystems.c.
Jesus.
Anyway, putting basic in a reset is one of the basics, so I'll try to simply show you how you should proceed. I'll be shooting this video in such an offline mode. Up here on the mountain you should see a link to a video where I showed you how to turn on this offline mode and where to download it.
Be careful. This is a very unstable version that constantly crashes and is only good for testing DayZ techniques.
You can basically play as an admin here. Let's say I can teleport anywhere, I can spawn items, set up the weather immortality, spawn some cars and so on. Well, let's get to it. Before you start building any high chilish piritobat, you need to realize how big you need it, whether you want to prevent a car from entering or if just barrels and the like are enough. And that also relates to how many gates you'll need to build. So if we take for example, this garage or that garage over there, it's relative. Start with something simple as you'll only need one gate. We can do it. If you wanted something bigger like this with a sliding ship, then here you would have to make two gates, one after the other. But again, you could go for a ride with two cars. If you're interested in something bigger and more interesting, you could make a baseball field right here at the old castle. Just one gate is enough here, but you can't get in with a car. However, there's plenty of cargo space. So for a simple demonstration, I've chosen a garage here in the courtyard underneath there. So what should I put them in a lot? We'll begin by taking a rope and two keys. Little game. We will click and create a measurement for the fence. Then when I click, the measurement on the fence will light up this way. I must select spots so it shines white. If it goes like this, you won't completely succeed there. Always be careful to have the wall oriented so that the outside essentially faces out, which is just now. When I take it in my hand, click... So I have it set up correctly right away. When I turn the wheel, I can rotate it 180 degrees, and now I would build the gate actually the opposite way. The inside of the gate must be near the inner well. Be careful when building that fence, make sure it aligns nicely. It's not really good when the gate is built crooked, as it can be seen from some angles. This way one can immediately start filming if there's something there. Does it make sense to break a 4-digit lock or not? So it's best not to see it there at all. So when I turn the wheel, I can adjust it a bit more, but it may not necessarily fit straight and flush. So let's say, for example, maybe like this. The gate, of course, is better made inside so that when the outer gate closes, there's nothing to see at all. So if it doesn't quite work out, I can just...
Let's make an effort and try to do even better.
It seems to me that it's pretty good right now. More time will need bring to measure two long logs. So now that I have the exchange set up, I need a log of timber when I take it in my hand. A small axe, a big axe, or a firefighter's axe, like what? And when I come to a big tree, it immediately offers me a wooden log, dark bark. I don't need new bark. Basically, if you don't have a knife, you can make bark with an axe, but we want a wooden log. So before the tree falls, which is also pretty good to see, when that tree falls, it's clearly visible from afar that someone was scheming. So when I take that log just from that, when it comes to the face cuts, the tree still stands and no one notices anything. So when I carry it away like this, one log and then another, so nobody realizes we're building a track here. The log is so big it won't fit in any backpack. You can transport it by car, of course, but that's just too much. Dangerous, better at night. Carry slowly rather than risking with a car, so it immediately offers me to add or just drag it there, one of the two. Still need another. Now I'll show you that tree. That's terribly hard to see. Simply a peculiar sign how it's so strange bushy, so you can tell right away that it's bushy. That's a chopped down tree. I almost always stop at this spot in the woods looking around to see if anything's moving or not. If I keep wandering far and wide like this, it's quite possible that I could notice that fallen tree. So actually, it's quite hard to see here, but the opportunity is there. If you need more coolness and cut down more trees, someone will notice right away. To notice and step out in greater danger. The tree has been felled, it dropped wood for heating, which I don't really need right now. The main thing is, so a box to carry it there. The second log for the foundation. Alright, we're ready for the log. So for the foundation, you'll need a shovel, either a pickaxe or a hoe. Yes. The land measure for the fence jumped up. I can keep it and save it for something else. And now I've got 2 posts up. They're already offering camouflage netting, essentially barbed wire instead of nails, for computers. On a metal plate possibly, and on a wire to make an entrance, which can essentially be opened and closed, so a wall will have to be built at the start anyway. I'll need nails and planks. Nails can often be found in kalibutkas or in industrial areas. In buildings, they are quite heavy. They weigh about 6.6 pounds each, but when you find them, it's good to just take them. They won't work from that distance. They are just heavy. You can get planks, for example, here in the highlands at the sawmill. Basically, there are more of those joining places when you find such a pile of wood. So you'll need a half. You see, there's 252 there. Sometimes I'm sure someone has taken it already. Let's say it's a part, so there might be just 50, so watch out. Sometimes it just disappears, it just fills up again after a restart, and sometime so I'll cut some planks. The saw wears out pretty fast, so it's good to have a sharpener with me. I think a sharpener is quite essential. I cut the planks into 10 pieces each. They even fit into my backpack, so I'll take as many as I can. When I have a wooden log and combine it with a handsaw, I can make those wooden planks. Basically, in the forest, we first need to put up a wall and then make a gate out of it that can open. That means, as soon as I would lay down now, he built that wall here. I won't have any way to get there. I can keep the nails for now, put them here with the boards, or even throw them out. They'll last a little while. And I still need to find marbles and wire. Whether it's metal wire or directly barbed wire doesn't really matter, because I can use barbed wire to help when I want to polish to make a normal wire. So build the lower frame. A good frame platform. I don't want a platform in case I had a fence somewhere and wanted to create it. I should look over the edge from the top. There are like steps there, so I need the bottom frame that I have a metal wire and pliers, so I can make exclusive gate handles out of it. So the lower frame, it's hard to know with the pickaxe or a hammer, that might be, or possibly a small meat mallet. Yes, it ate 8 nails and 4 boards. I'm carrying the bottom wood, but I don't have to yet, so I'll build the top frame now. So now I can also take it apart, but when I turn the wheel, I can build the lower wooden wall. Voila, a nice wooden wall. So at this moment, all I have is a fence that can't be opened. I can dismantle it from the inside, but you simply can't manipulate it. It means I have to straighten the wire. In case I have cheese on the wire, I can take pliers and make a metal wire just with the pliers. When I approach the gate, it automatically offers to build the gate and hold it like that. I'm happy. And now it works for us as a gate. I note that I've aligned it quite nicely. It's so that it's not visible inside. When I close the main gates, it's also not noticeable that there's someone there. Someone built something. So now just lock it. A 3-digit lock can be disassembled relatively quickly. I definitely don't recommend it, but as a last resort, it's okay. Of course, the 4-digit one is best. Bottom left, you see setting the number. So I set the one I usually do. So I'll open it and offers me to add it. Look, and it's locked. so no one sees anything yet engorged. It's quite a common place for someone to live. I'll try to get back again, so... Interesting that it remained levitating in the air like this, but alright. At the gate, it will offer you some accessories like a camouflage net, which is quite nice. So I just put it there like this. I can move the wire up or down if needed. You're eating down, it's kind of... it's better in that it's awkward to peel off from the outside, but that means for you to... When you put the rest of the draft in there, it's not there right away, you know. And then finally, it has still... Took here on the ground, one here, another day, so he shows Sha, one other there's something sometimes it clashes with the texture of a wall, so it might even pop up behind that wall. When I have it like this, it's pretty clear here.
Right, when I look...
According to the remaining path, it offers me when I firmly hold the players in my hand. Alright, attach it there, Vince. It was just the bottom one.
Yeah, I'll put it there with the screen.
So of course, it's a bit more visible health-wise now.
Thank you for your attention.
Anyone can... It's just close when I close it now. So it'll be locked in there, yes. Alright. There's just a bit of a problem reaching in there now without cutting oneself.
It depends if I drop by.
I'll pack to open my own base. Deliberately write in the comments how you would unlock it without injuring yourself. I'd be curious about that. So I'll spread the paste on that girdle. Normally you'd use a shovel, but with anything else I thought a shovel would do. You see that orange circle is just before the wires get tangled. Breaking anything this orange means it's about to be almost destroyed. So the lot is gone. I can unlock nicely again. Here is the destroyed one, so I need to get rid of it. So I still have that barbed wire for the top here. I'll try to reach in like this, show you. Holding pliers in my hand again and attach it, right? It's kind of, you really have to find that spot and jump up there, so it's there. That barbed wire up there won't last much either, you know, it can be destroyed with a shovel. So here it pleases me quite nicely that I wouldn't fit through in certain places on some experiments. It's a wider place, so if someone sets up a rattle, they could get through.
I'll be careful with it from now on.
Yeah, I'm going to lock up.
And it's done. So friends and mates, that was just sort of a guide. I'd show you that building basic isn't all that complicated. You just need to have enough stuff prepared in advance, have it planned what and how. And believe even if you bring all these things to construction, no one forgets about you. Since it consumes all these materials, it's quite unlucky. And it will take some time before you manage to stash it all away. Just like those pliers, an axe, so and so on, planks, nails. So hopefully I didn't forget anything. This tutorial was really just about how to build a basic base. Before you build more towers, from which you then obviously have a higher view. Or a pole so your stuff doesn't disappear around here. But we can talk about that some other time. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care splendidly. Thanks a lot. And if I forgot anything, I'll be happy if you write it in the comments. They learned something. Thanks a lot. Take care splendidly. Bye bye bye.